Hello and welcome to the story of the Long Walk Trees, a project which has been delivered through the Heritage Council's Collaborative Town Centre Health Check programme. In this short video, we are going to explore the important role that trees play today in our shared natural heritage and the important role they will play in the future of our historic town centres. We are going to look at the Long Walk trees in the historic core of Dundalk town. To do this, we will go back to the beginning of Dundalk's story. Dundalk begins in ancient Gaelic times as Dundalgan, a hill fort overlooking the ford crossing, the Castletown River, and the reputed childhood home of the hero Cuchulainn. During the 13th century, Newtown Dundalk was founded further downstream at the natural crossing point of the Castletown River in the area known as Ballynatraw or Seatown. This provided an excellent location for Dundalk town to flourish, with the prominent Cooley Mountains to the north, the fertile plains to the south, the open Irish Sea to the east, and the defence drumlins to the west. People came together, and this led to Dundalk becoming an important trading port, described as one of the leading ports of Ulster in the Middle Ages, full of castles and surrounded by a town wall and a moat. Fast forward to the 18th century, and a wealthy aristocrat by the name of Lord Limerick, who was inspired by the designed landscapes of Europe, decided to develop a 400-acre domain to the west of Dundalk. This led to the planting of the Long Walk trees, as well as the construction of an artificial serpentine river, a Chinese bridge, and a fine kitchen garden. The new domain, a designed landscape, contained many scenic animals including American sheep and vast numbers of wild turkeys running through the woods. Alongside the westward expansion, Lord Limerick demolished the medieval town and built a shiny new Georgian replacement. He financed the development of several embankments reclaiming hundreds of acres of land from the sea, which allowed Dundalk town to expand eastward. Many of these embankments were built using stone from the demolished castles and tower houses of the medieval town. During the Industrial Revolution, Dundalk's important port led it to becoming the principal engineering hub on the Great Northern Railway, linking Belfast and Dublin and connecting Dundalk to County Donegal. This led to Dundalk's urban area continuing to expand, including within its 400-acre domain. The reduction of Dundalk's green and open spaces continued to accelerate in the 20th century with the growth of private motorcar ownership and the building of both eastern and western bypass motorways. Dundalk's urban area continued to expand, and this led to less and less green space. In fact, the story of Dundalk town's green space follows the story of Ireland's green space. Ireland went from being the most forested part of Europe at the end of the last ice age to being the least forested part of Europe today. On a national level, County Louth ranks last, with only 9.48% tree canopy coverage. And Dundalk town is even lower than that, with only 7% tree canopy coverage. Today there are very few biodiverse green spaces in Dundalk town, and the 42 trees found at the Long Walk represent an extremely important part of Ireland and Dundalk's natural heritage. The Long Walk trees comprise 10 different species, mostly non-native, including beech, Swedish whitebeam and macrocarpa. We think that these trees were originally planted as part of a large privacy boundary between Lord Limerick's domain and Dundalk town. It is thought that the Long Walk got its name from the long walk that Dundalk townspeople used to make up the domain's eastern side when they allowed entry on Sundays. However, with the passage of time and the growth of Dundalk town, the remaining Long Walk trees are now a small living remnant of Dundalk's natural heritage, right in its urban heart. Alongside their wonderful story, the Long Walk trees collectively store over 82 tonnes of CO2, filter pollutants from Dundalk's air, provide a cooling canopy on hot days, reduce the risk of flooding, and increase neighbourhood property values by providing a beautiful biodiverse green space in the town centre. We hope you enjoyed learning about the story of Dundalk's Long Walk trees. This is just one story of Dundalk's natural heritage, and the Collaborative Town Centre Health Check programme invites you to explore and discover the 64 other natural heritage tree areas found within Dundalk. We even made a simple online map to do just that. Happy exploring Dundalk's natural heritage! This project has been brought to you by the Heritage Council's Collaborative Town Centre Health Check programme.